Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, I have a very special battle report for you today. As you can see, I have the Necron terrain out, and I am going to be playing a Chaos Army today. I am playing Dom from Black Toad Studio. Hello, Dom.
Hello.
Thanks very much for coming down to my place to play this game. I really can't wait to play it. And what we're going to do is we're going to check out Dom's army in just a second, but first of all I will put a link to Dom's channel in the description below, so go and check that out. Black Toad Studios, Dom and Tom over on that channel do some great work, so it's well worth having a look at. And of course he's going to be doing a battle report from his side of the table as such, so you can also go and check that out. Right, okay, so let's go on to the army list as I pan round. Like I said, I am playing Necrons. And we're starting off with the Reclamation Legion there. So at the back I have 3 Tomb Blades, they have +1 to cover. And I have a basic Overlord there with a Staff of Light and 5 Immortals. And then I have 2 squads of 10 Warriors. And then I have 6 auxiliary units, 10 Flayed ones in each. And then over on the other side there we have 2 Canoptic Harvest formations. All the wraiths have whip coils. That's the only upgrades there. So that's 2,000 points of my Necrons. Nice themed fluffy army, sort of. We're going to see how it performs against demons. It's been a very long time. Sorry, not demons, Chaos Space Marines. It's been a very long time since I played Chaos, so we're going to see what happens. But first of all, let's have a look at Dom's list. Okay, so we have just deployed. I'm going to run over Dom's list here. I'm going to let Dom take over. So starting on this side of the table.
Right, so my army, I've got a combined arms and an allied detachment. So in the allied detachment I've got Khan the Betrayer inside the Land Raider with a squad of Berserkers, so 9 Berserkers in there. Land Raider's got a Dirge Caster. In combined arms we have 5 Marines with a plasma pistol, melter gun, in this Rhino with a Havoc launcher. Moving across we have 10 Cultists, just armed basic, no upgrades there at all. Moving along we have the Mauler Fiend with Magma Cutters. At the back here we have 2 flying level 3 Demon Princes, both Mark and Nurgle, and both with Spell Familiars. So Spell Familiars is reroll dice when casting spells. We've got 10 more Cultists here. We've got another Rhino here with 5 Chaos Marines with a melter gun and a plasma pistol. We've got the Decurion with heavy bolter sponsons, and in reserve we've got the Helldrake.
Excellent. Right, there you go. So definitely lots of units I've never faced, so I am really looking forward to this. We have rolled for mission. We randomly decided whether to play Maelstrom or Eternal War. As it came out Maelstrom, and we got Deadlock. So we're going to start with 6 cards and then gradually discard them. The objectives, just run over those quickly. We have 1 in the building there. We have 1 in the middle. 1 in that piece of terrain. We have 1 just up over there, 1 in that piece of terrain, and 1 all the way over the other side in that Necron minefield. And I have deployed just on this side of the table. I've still got to do my infiltrators, but we've got the Overlord with the Immortals in the building there with some warriors, and then we've got the Canoptic Harvest with more warriors, more wraiths over there, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, I've got to infiltrate my Flayed ones. We have rolled, it is night fight, so yeah, more to come. Right, okay, so we're getting closer to starting this game now. I have infiltrated my Flayed ones, starting over there. Basically infiltrated the units all the way across here in front of my flanks, getting close to this rather scary Chaos Army over there. I did deploy the Tomb Blades here, I forgot to say that last time, so they're just hiding behind the building there. I drew my 6 objective cards. I have to say I'm really happy with them. I've got basically 3 cards to control objectives, only 1 bad one in the Chaos Deployment Zone. I've got a card that gives me D3 results if I can hold 3 objectives. I have one bad one. I've got to control all 6 objectives, but apart from that I'm really happy with them, so that is a bonus. As we move into turn 1 for the Necrons, the Chaos Space Marines did try to seize the initiative, but they rolled a 2. So yeah, turn 1 for the Necrons coming up. Okay, so turn 1 there for the Chaos Space Marines. Drew their tactical and objective cards, and with 6 cards, didn't actually draw very well, to be fair. Pretty unlucky. Got some double objective cards for objectives which were going to be really tough to get. So instead of going for the objectives, basically they decided to charge in, as Chaos would do. Starting off over on this side of the table here, the Zerkers got out with Khan of the Land Raider. Those guys got out of there, and the Mornathine moved on up. They continued to shoot at my Flayed ones. I just lost 1 Flayed one from this unit here. This Demon Prince swept in the air, just got in my face there, ready to do some psychic powers. He did get the Torrent Flamer thing off on my Flayed ones, but I did save everything. This Prince here stayed on the ground, so that's just gliding, I think it's called. He moved up, he did some psychic powers, he actually tried to summon some demons. He did take a Perils, he rolled a 1, so took a wound. He did, however, summon some demon bloodletters, summoned them there, but they scattered into the building, so I had a choice of where to put them. I put them there in the end. I know it's right next to the objective, but there wasn't much room elsewhere, and I just wanted to keep them at the back of the field, really out of the way, while I cope with everything else which is coming towards me. So that was that. I was also hoping that a couple might die from the dangerous terrain, but they didn't. Then the other guys here just moved on up. That battle tank thing, whatever it's called there, shot at my Flayed ones here. I lost 3 Flayed ones. I took a leadership check, I was fine. And everything else that shot in, basically I saved. We went into the assault phase then, so the Mornathine, who's down to 1 whole point, potential easy first blood, tried to get locked in combat with these Flayed ones. They took out a couple of Flayed ones in the assault. I couldn't hit him, so we just locked in combat there. And then the big event was the Khorne Berserkers and Khan, who managed to pile into my Flayed ones here. Khan got 6 wounds with his power weapons. I saved every single one with my RP. I then had how many? 36 dice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
36 dice came in, and I managed to pretty much save most of them. I lost 4 Flayed ones, which I thought was pretty reasonable. I was happy with that. But it got even worse for the Chaos, as my attacks back managed to kill 5 of those Berserkers. So I actually won the combat. They're fearless, so no leaderships were taken. And that pretty much sums up the Chaos turn. They couldn't get any of the objectives this turn. So we're now going to move into turn 2 for the Necrons. Okay, so turn 2 for the Necrons. Drew out my cards. I got some more decent cards, so I was pretty lucky again. I managed to secure that objective there that the Mornathine was on, and this objective here. I also got the card where I had to score 2 objectives and twice as many as my opponent, and I got a card for a leadership check. Okay, so what did I do? I moved everything around. I moved these forward in rapid fire range of the Demon Prince there. I did shoot him. I managed to get 1/6 off, didn't wound him, but he did jink, so that was pretty useful. And then I shot the Immortals from that building into the Space Marines there, the Chaos Marines, and I managed to kill 3 of the guys. Shot in the Warriors as well. They didn't do anything, but I did fail his morale check and he ran. So that actually gave me one of my tactical objective cards, which was pretty useful. I then moved the Wraiths from this position through that building area there to the other side to try and take on this Mortar Fiend, trying to get first blood. Moved up the Tomb Spider and the Scarabs to stay within 12 inches. I then moved up the Wraiths just there. There was a little gap between the cultists, so I took my opportunity to go into the Demon Prince. I did take a wound for the Prince, so it's down to 2 wounds after the perils earlier. I didn't lose any wounds on my Wraiths. The Flayed ones came from behind that building there, came up into the cultists, and managed to wipe them out with my AP5 melee claws, so that was pretty useful. Those guys just stayed there, Tomb Blaze just hiding behind that terrain for maybe later in the game. And then the Tomb Spider moved up along with the Scarabs just there, of course generating an extra Scarab as they went along. So we went into the assault phase over here as well. As you can see, let's start here. As you can see, the Mortar Fiend is dead, managed to get 1/6 through and he didn't save it, so that sorted that out and also gave me the objective there, which is quite useful. And as you can see, I'm just starting to pick on those cultists up in that building. Over here, Khan again attacked me and he had 1 save to make. I managed to save it. I did lose 2 Flayed ones from the rest of the guys. I then killed 1 of the Chaos Marines. So I lost combat. I rolled a 3 for my leadership, so we're just stuck in combat there. And that was it. So in terms of the points, I managed to get 2 points from the 2 objectives. I rolled for 2 points for my scoring 2 objectives and twice as many as my opponent, and then I got another point for making a unit flee, and I got first blood, so that actually takes me up to 12 points. Chaos on 0 at the moment, but it is turn 2 for the Chaos next. They'll probably get some good card rolls, and they have a Helldrake to come in from reserve, so still all to play for as we move into turn 2 for the Chaos. Okay, so that was turn 2 for the Chaos Space Marines. We started off with the cards. Actually, I got it slightly wrong because of the mission type that we are. So he did disregard 1 card the last turn, but left him with 5. And you can only have 5 cards this turn. So he's unable to draw any more cards, which is very unfortunate because he's got some real bad cards over there. And then we rolled on to reserves, and the Helldrake didn't come this turn. So that wasn't too good either. However, overall it was actually a reasonable turn for the Space Marines, or Chaos Space Marines. So, okay, what happened? Over here, everything that could shoot shot at my Flayed ones after just retreating slightly, keeping out of range. And I did lose a good bunch of Flayed ones there. I lost about 3 Flayed ones altogether, but I didn't fail any leaderships or anything. The Demon Prince here managed to summon another squad of Bloodletters, and they just moved just there. Well, they deployed there and then ran, just spreading themselves out a bit. We hurried on with the assault after I got assaulted by the Bloodletters that were just there. I went for the Demon Prince, trying to stop any more demons being summoned, but he managed to save his the wounds that I got through, so no damage there. And then I got pounded by the Demon Prince and Bloodletters. I lost 3 Wraiths in total. Over this side of the table, the Land Raider, that tank there, the Cultist and the regrouped Marines all shot in at my Wraiths here. I did lose 1 Wraith in total and another wound on another Wraith. So that's what happened there. The Demon Prince still in the air, swept over here, nearing my Warlord. I think targeting him, trying to get probably slay the Warlord, etc. He did Psychic Shrink. I wasn't able to stop it coming through, and I lost 2 Immortals, but I didn't run or anything, so that was good. And then we continued the assault. Khan there, he managed to kill one of the other guys. I'm not quite sure who it was, but Who did he kill?
Just a normal berserker.
Normal berserker. So he killed one of them and a couple of flayed ones. I managed to kill one of the Marines. Didn't fail my leadership. So we're just locked in combat there. 2 flayed ones and 2 of the berserkers. That was pretty much it. So again, no cards have been scored, so we're still looking at 12-0 to the Necrons, but still a better turn for them. And there are some the Helldrake is still to come. And I've got a few issues over here. That's a big blob of demons, and then maybe another unit coming next turn as well. So we'll see. I've got to try and deal with this demon prince somehow. Right, so I am going to draw some more cards. I only have 1 card at the moment, so I can draw 4 cards. We'll see what I get. Okay, so turn 3 for the Necrons. So we'll start on this side of the table here. So I gave RP to the spider and the scarabs, generated another scarab, and then I moved the scarabs right the way over there to try and target that land raider. In the meantime, the tomb spider there moved and ran towards those wraiths who moved into that building there just to try and target the cultist, because I drew the objective 4 card, which was over there. So hopefully next turn they might be within 12 inches to get some RP on them. I also drew a card to get this objective, which I was standing on. So I positioned all of my men into rapid fire range of the demon prince in the air, which was a warlord. So I also have a card to kill that warlord for an objective point. So I shot everything into there. I managed to get a couple of wounds in, but he saved everything. In the meantime, the flayed ones that were just standing in this area moved up past the demon prince and assaulted Khan's unit. I did lose a bunch of flayed ones from Khan this time. He rolled quite well. I did kill one of the Marines, so just Khan left by himself. I have 5 flayed ones in total there, just still locked in combat. Over there, as you can see, the cotton wall there, of course, the scarabs made very light work of that land raider, so that was taken out of the game. And the cultists, of course, as you can probably see if I zoom in, are running. So yeah, I took out, I think it was 5 cultists, and then they just ran off of the objective, so I managed to get that objective point. Okay, what else happened on this side of the table here? I moved the tomb blades finally out from cowering behind the building, took some pop shots off of the bloodletters that were there. I didn't kill any, managed to save everything. I gave RP to the tomb spider and the scarabs, generated another scarab swarm, and used the scarabs and the flayed ones to assault the bloodletters that were there, and I managed to wipe them all out. I think I lost 1 flayed one in total. And then the other flayed ones just over there moved out of the minefield, assaulted the Chaos Space Marines, killed 3, the other 2 fouled morale, ran off the board, then I consolidated back into the minefield. And then this big blob here. I assaulted, well, 1 wraith had to assault the bloodletters, they did no damage, and then he died from the bloodletters afterwards. And then the other 2 assaulted the prince. Managed to take 1 more wound off. That prince now just on 1 wound. The wraiths are just holding up, just about there, locked in combat, both at full strength. And that was it. So I managed to secure 2 more points, 1 for the objective over there, 1 for here, so it puts me on 14. The Chaos Space Marines coming into turn 3, sorry. The Helldrake still to come, so more to come. Okay, so turn 3 for the Chaos Space Marines. Okay, so the Demon Prince still in the air, went up onto that building there, did a vectored strike and killed an immortal. It's pretty useful. He did try to do Psychic Shriek, managed to get it off, but I managed to save the 2 saves I had to do with my RP roll, so that was quite useful. Over here, Khan, he has eventually gone down to the flayed ones. 1 more flayed one did die, but yeah, he's dead and buried. And then over here, these guys came up. The card was drawn to try and get this objective, so that was the priority. Got within 3 inches, they have objective secure. Did shoot me. The plasma pistol guy died, however, from overheating of his gun, but he did score that objective. And then that tank there, he moved up here and went flat out, got within that objective range and has scored another point there. And then we went over here, and that big tank there shot my flayed ones, took all of the flayed ones out. It was pretty useful for them. And then we went into the assault. I did lose another wraith, down to just one wraith, trying to take out that last wound on the demon prince, but failing miserably. So that was pretty much what happened. This tank tried to get onto this objective, but as it already tank shocked, the flayed ones wasn't able to move flat out to get to that one, so didn't quite get that point. Overall 3 points scored for the Chaos Marines, so they're off and running as such. As we move in to turn 4 for the Necrons. Okay, so turn 4 for the Necrons. Drew my cards to give me 3 cards. Didn't get very good cards this time, so I got the Necron card, which basically means if I have a character left at the end of the game, I pick up an extra point. I gained the card to try and take that objective over there, which is going to be pretty tough to do, and also the card to kill the Warlord, which is that flying demon prince there. So I basically ignored the objectives and just decided to kill as much as I could that was on the table. So I started off over here. The Overlord, which was with the 2 Immortals, broke off and he's joined the 10-man squad of warriors there just for extra protection. And then I moved the flayed ones up into the building as well. I then opened up all of my Gauls weapons over there onto that tank, took 1 whole point off, and then I moved in the Scarabs and the Tomb Spider there, just finished that off, so destroyed that. The Wraith over there went into that last Chaos Space Marine and killed him off. And then over here I moved and ran those warriors onto this objective just to give me a bit of extra security. I was supposed to move the Tomb Spider within 12 inches of that Wraith, but I forgot to do it, but there you go. And then in the assault I took those flayed ones into the Demon Prince. However, the Wraith killed the Demon Prince before they could hit, so they just consolidated and the Bloodletters couldn't do any damage. The other squad of Scarabs went over into that Sikaris tank thing and managed to wreck that. Brought the Tomb Blades here, tried to target that tank, failed, so second option was to put the flayed ones in, and as you can see I destroyed that one as well. So I gained no points, but did a lot of damage. So just left on the table is the Demon Prince and the spawned Bloodletters. The Helldrake didn't come out last turn, so it will automatically come out this turn to try and get a little bit of revenge on this very, very durable Necron army. More to come. Okay, so turn 4 there for the Chaos Space Marines, and the Helldrake has finally arrived. Came up here, the Demon Prince that was there stayed in the air, moved down here. The idea was to work on my Overlord and his warrior squad. So did pretty well, to be fair. I lost some from Psychic Scream. I then lost some from some sort of Tempest, Dark Flame thing. And then the Helldrake came in as well with his Torrent thing. And I lost all of my warriors apart from 2. However, I didn't fail any morale checks, so I am still standing there. The Helldrake did Vector Strike my Wraith as he went past, but didn't do any wounds. So that's what happened over that side. Over this side of the table here, my Wraith holds on against these Khorne Bloodletters, if that's what they are. Are they Khorne?
Yeah, Bloodletters, Khorne Bloodletters.
Yeah. I killed 1 Bloodletter, but yeah, my Wraith's still there with 2 wounds, and I think those flayed ones probably, and those Scarabs are going to pile on in. We'll see. No cards were got that turn. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to move on to turn 5 for the Necrons. Okay, so Necrons turn 5. Had the card to try and get that objective over in the building, so concentrated on that. Piled in the flayed ones and the Scarabs. I did lose one of the flayed ones in the assault, but managed to kill all the Bloodletters there with the flayed ones and the Wraith. Then I consolidated on the objective and managed to score another victory point. Over here I shot everything basically at the Helldrake. I got a couple of wounds through, but he saved everything, I think. Yep. And then here I took a few pop shots with the warriors at this Demon Prince. Tried to make him ground and then assault him with the scarabs just for a bit of fun, but that didn't happen, so that was it. So I gained another point. We're going to quickly now move into turn 5 for the Chaos Space Marines. The Helldrake there and this Demon Prince, see if they can take some blood for the Blood God. Okay, so turn 5 there for the Chaos Space Marines. The Helldrake went into hover mode and the Demon Prince landed. A last ditch attempt, I think, to take out my Warlord. A few psychic powers went off, the Flamer from the Helldrake. I lost 2 of my Immortals that were standing by themselves. I lost 2 wounds on my Overlord, but he did survive, and lost one of the Warriors. And that was it. No tactical objective cards scored by the Marines, as we rolled the dice and a 1 was rolled, so the game ended. So points wise, I had 16 points base, and I had Line Breaker, and then the Chaos Space Marines had 3 points base and also Line Breaker. Yeah, I had quite a bit of luck, really, to be fair. I got off to an amazing start, got some really good cards, and Don got some really bad cards, really. Which spelled the doom, but what an amazing game that was. I mean, the board was literally covered in models. It was a real bloodfest, and I really had great fun. So Don, hopefully you also enjoyed the game.
Yeah, it was a great game. Yeah, just I think I underestimated the amount of models and damage that Necrons can put out, so never mind. Yeah,
well, there you go. So main thing, we had good fun. So hopefully you enjoyed the battle report. Don't forget to check out that link for Black Toad Studio. It's in the description below. Don is a fantastic guy. Obviously I'm hoping to meet Tom one day in person as well. And yeah, keep watching for more battle reports coming on the channel. Thanks for watching.